Hi guys, this is your pre-recorded math lesson for Monday, May 15th. Because we're doing state testing, I'm not going to be teaching live math lessons, but I'll do a couple of recorded ones on the days when you have new lessons. So today you've got a new lesson. It's 1303 Snowy Operations, and you need to do the lesson today and do the assignment tomorrow. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to share my screen and go to the lesson. So here it is, 1303 Snowy Operations, 9 pages. Let's take a look at what you're doing in this lesson. You're going to be able to write expressions for given numbers with operation words. Now let's take a look at the assignment so we're really clear on what we're doing. At the end of it, you're going to complete the Snowy Operations quiz. So this one has a quiz at the end. You're going to read the lesson, complete the activities, and then do the quiz tomorrow. So let's get back into the lesson and take a look at what we're learning on this lesson. Mountain expression. Write about it. Write the following statement as an expression in your interactive notebook. An example is provided for you. Example, 9 divided by 3. You change it into 9 and you add the operation of divided by and then 3. Add 6 to 5. That would be 6 plus 5. 2 times as many as 8. Let's take a look at it when you write about the answers because it's going to make more sense. So if you add 6 to 5, you would write it 6 plus 5, or I guess you would write 5 plus 6 because you added 6 to 5. 2 times as many as 8. So you take 8 and times it by 2. 1 less than 3. 3 minus 1. These can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes problems are presented in words instead of numbers. These problems will use math action words such as add, subtract, multiply, divide, and lately we've been using the word difference. We can take these word problems and write them as expressions or number sentences with the symbols of plus, minus, divided by. Let's try an example where we write an expression to represent a phrase. Write an expression to represent the following statement. Divide 12 by 3 and then add 7. To write this statement as a numerical expression, we take one step at a time. So an expression is a numerical expression. The first part of it is 12 divided by 3. Divide 12 by 3. 12 divided by 3. We can write that out. And then we go to step 2 and then add 7. So 12 divided by 3 plus 7. And we don't have to put any parentheses in because in this case, we always do the division first anyway, and that was the first thing they told us to do. Because of PEMDAS, division will automatically come before addition, so we don't need any parentheses. Great. Just like we need practice skiing or snowboarding to learn the skills, we need practice with our math skills. Let's go through another example. Write an expression to represent the following statement. Multiply 6 by 3, then divide by 2. No brainer. 6 times 3 divided by 2. When we put it together, the expression is 6 times 3 divided by 2. Because of PEMDAS, we know that multiplying and dividing happen during the same step, and the expression is evaluated from left and right, so we don't need any parentheses. We're perfect just like that, so that is the answer. Let's go on as it gets more complex. They're adding the stages. When would we need to add parentheses? Let's hope that's on the next page. All right, multiply 4 by the sum of 2 and 7. Okay, here we're going to need parentheses because we have to know the sum of 2 and 7 before we multiply by 4. If we just write it without parentheses, then we're going to go 4 times 2, which is 8, and then add it to 7, which is not the correct answer. We need to add 2 and 7, 7, 8, 9, and then multiply 4 by 9. So here we go. The statement says to multiply 4 by the sum of 2 and 7. Before we multiply, we need to get the sum of 2 and 7. To get the sum of 2 and 7, we add them together and we put parentheses around them to show that we're doing that first. Then we multiply by 4. You could put the 4 at the front or you could put it at the back. It would be okay. All right, very nice. Here's another one. The sum of 7 and 3 multiplied by 2. So you're going to have to do the sum of 7 and 3 and then times it by 2. I don't know why they're showing all these different ways of doing it. The sum of 7 plus 3 multiplied by 2. Oh, they're showing you some options. It's your turn to practice. I think this has already been opened up to the written. I don't know why it's doing that. So on On number 1, it's kind of weird the way it's written, but it would be this one would be the correct answer. I don't know why it's like that. Show answers for the slide. The sum of 7 plus 3 times 2. Divide 12 by 3, then multiply by 5. So 12 divided by 3 times 5. If you put the 5 times in the front, that would mess that one up. So you got to have that after. Subtract 4 from the product of 3 and 6. So you do 3 times 6 minus 4. Perfect. Add 12 to the difference between 6 and 5. So we got to do the difference first. 6 minus 5 plus 12. And you can do it in order here because you know you do addition and subtraction from left to right. It doesn't require parentheses. Find the sum of 2 and 4, then multiply by 7. 2 plus 4 times 7. Good. Divide 18 by 6 and multiply by 2. So 18 divided by 6 times 2. There it is, right there. I don't know, they have 4 answers there. It's kind of weird. Show answer for slide. I don't know why they're doing it so strangely. I don't really like that page because it's very confusing. Expression sessions. Sometimes written word problems have several steps. We can write these as numerical expressions. We just need to pay very close attention to the order in which the steps will be done. We need to remember PEMDAS, parentheses, then exponents, then multiplication and division from left to right, then addition and subtraction from left to right in order to do this correctly. So here's some more practices. Example 1, write an expression to represent the following statement. 43 minus 2 times the difference between 11 and 5. So we have to find the difference first. 11 and 5. We've got to put that in parentheses. Then we look at it again. 43 minus 2 times the difference between 11 and 5. We know we do times next. It's not 43 minus 2 times the difference of 11 and 5. That would have to have a comma right here. 2 times the difference means we're multiplying the difference by 2. If it was 43 minus 2, comma, times the difference of 11 and 5, we'd do it that way. 2 times 11 minus 5. Okay, we're still not done. We need to remember that it's 43 minus that. So 43 minus 2 times 11 minus 5. We know that we're going to do the multiplication first, so we don't have to have any more parentheses. And there's our final expression, 43 minus 2 times 11 minus 5. Here's another example, just taking you through the steps. Remember to go slowly and carefully, making sure that you're rereading the problem a lot. Write an expression to represent the following statement, 7 times half the quotient of 36 and 9. You have to know that quotient means the answer to a division problem. So you're first of all going to have to write 36 divided by 9. Boom. 36 divided by 9. Now, since there's some timesing in there from left to right, but we need to do this first, we're going to have to put it in parentheses. So we have to write the parentheses in so that they don't do the 7 times before they do the 36 divided by 9. So there it is in the parentheses. Now we go back and read it again. 7 times half the quotient, half the quotient. So we're going to do half, divide this by 2 in half. So we do 36 divided by 9, and then we divide it by 2. We split it in half. So there's the 36 divided by 9, but now we have to do 1/2 of it. So you can do 1/2 times it or divide it by 2. Either way works. 1/2 times 36 divided by 9, and then times 7 at the end. So we put that at the end, or we could put double parentheses around it and have the 7 times at the front. Either way, we need to make sure we're doing that second. Nice job. All right. So work your way through these problems slowly and carefully, remembering the order of operations and also reading and reading and rereading these numbers. You need to know what a sum is, which is the answer to an addition problem. You need to know what the difference is. That's the answer to a subtraction problem. The quotient, that's an answer to a division problem. And the product, which is the answer to a multiplication problem. Okay? Good luck. And then by tomorrow, you need to do Page 9, the quiz. All right, that's it for this lesson. Good job.